okay till they arrive. Please join me with a round of applause to invite a prominent person, a teacher, a mentor, and a role model in this poultry industry. We are not clapping. Join me as I invite Dr. Baba WAGETI for his teaching. It will be teaching. Okay, James Baba WAGETI for his teaching, not presentation. I'm sure he will be presenting some products from ADAMORE, but then he will be teaching, more importantly.
Thank you, my sister. Yes. Great farmer. Great farmer. No farmer. No farmer. Thank you all. On behalf of ADAMORE Nigeria Limited, I sincerely appreciate the organizer of this poultry show by inviting me to come and share my little knowledge to farmer every year. So organizers, I sincerely thank you, and I will do just the topic that you give me. But before I proceed, I didn't come alone from ADAMORE. I came this year, my ED, my ED want to follow us to come and see this poultry show, and I want her to be around just for a minute, man, just a minute. I came with my ED, executive director, to come and back me up. So 2 minutes, man, just 2 minutes. I appreciate it.
Good afternoon, great farmers. It's a great pleasure to be in your midst today. And thanks a lot to the organizers of this event. To our very best, we'll continue to support the industry to the best that we can. We pray for the greatness and continuous progress of the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. And I want to also appreciate my constituents, Ogun State, Ogun Muezon. They are all here, so without them, I cannot be so. My Oga, it's come. Just let me follow protocol. My constituency, Ode Zone. And it happened to be is a pine chairman for Southwest now, for Ogun State, sorry. Alaji. Thank you.
Great farmers. Great farmers. No farmer, no nation. We can't but have Baba Chief. I want to give you Chief now. You will collect Chief. James Baba WAGETI is a household name in the poultry industry. Our leaders in the Southwest, they deemed it fit and said, well, whatever happens, whatever anybody wants to say, James Baba WAGETI is a household name in poultry across Nigeria. Can we give him a round of applause? It's not easy to just come and somebody who has this in-depth knowledge of poultry business to just ignore him in this kind of environment. So please, I want you also to, just be calm. Please listen attentively, and anything he teaches, please practice it. Any knowledge gained without putting into practice is a waste. I know a host of others here have benefited immensely from his wealth of experience. Let us please, anything we learn here, when we get back to our farms, let us implement them. Be rest assured that you are in safe hands. Thank you, Baba WAGETI. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, great farmer. So, without wasting time, I will go straight to my topic. Managing pre-Harmathan stress in poultry. But I'm not only going to talk on pre-Harmathan heat stress in poultry. I'm going to talk on heat stress in poultry business. And very soon now we enter Harmathan. And after the Harmathan, we are going to hit period. That's around February, March, April, especially in the Southwest. So my topic will center on heat stress management in poultry production. And if you look at why did you decide to choose this topic? If you look at my slide, the climatic change and poultry, there is a rising heat stress risk all over the world. And if you look at this map, Nigeria here, Africa is a danger. If you look at that map, Nigeria is a danger zone. And the International Panel on Climatic Change projected that plus 1.5 to 2.5 rise in temperature by 2050. That's what they projected. So what we are experiencing now, by 2050, it's going to be worse. And heat stress expected to become more prominent, especially in the tropical region. So why are these birds so susceptible to heat stress? Why? Because the poultry is susceptible to high environment temperature because of absence of sweat gland. The body is covered with feather. They are fatty in nature, especially the broiler. They have high body temperature. And the broiler than layers. If you have layers, they respond heat more than the layers. And we also discovered that layers in that cage, they are prompt heat than layers on deep litter. So if you are raising layer inside cage and you are raising layer on deep litter, the person that raising layer on inside cage will experience higher heat than somebody that raising layers on deep litter. And look at heat stress. So a lot of farmers, allergy, I found out that, especially in this southwest, they only put their mind on temperature, on temperature, on temperature. The problem in the southwest is not the temperature, but the humidity. So I want us to understand that one. So that when you want to manage your heat stress, you know how to go about it. It's not the issue of giving vitamins. Somebody say, okay, buy vitamin C. I can tell you, it will help, but that's not the solution. That's not the solution. Because the heat stress, it's a condition that occurs when a bird is exposed above temperature and humidity. There are two things there. Temperature and humidity. Especially in the southwest. But in the north, there's no issue of humidity. There are some few places we discover like Abuja, Nasarawa, part of Kaduna. But mostly in the north, it's high temperature, no humidity. But in the southwest, it is the humidity the farmer should put his hand on, not even the temperature, to be able to manage heat stress. And if you look at here, I've said it is not only increased temperature causes discomfort to the birds, but combination of temperature and humidity. The sum of temperature and relative humidity percentage is what we call heat stress index. And in the southwest, the rule of thumb is that as a farmer, the combination of heat with humidity can be deadly. And this sum must not exceed 106.7. Please take note of that figure. Take note of that figure. On your farm, the sum of the temperature and relative humidity shall not exceed 106.7 on your farm. I will explain that one later. For example, when the temperature is 26.7 on your farm and relative humidity is 80, it means that 26.7 plus 80, it gives you 106.7. That means the barn will start exhibit sign of heat stress. Look at, a farmer must get this on your farm. If you don't have it, go and buy it. It's at the exhibition. Go and buy this thing. Are you see it? If you don't have it, go and buy it now. That one you shall use to measure your temperature and relative humidity on your farm. If you don't have it, please go and buy it now. Eh? This is not for marketing. It's not for marketing here. So just tell them where you can get it. Okay. Please come in. Come in. Look at. You buy this one. This is the temperature. The up is the temperature. The down is the humidity. Can you see it? Please come in, come in, come in. Let them come in. Farmers are coming. Let them come in. Let them come in. Okay. Please, a farmer, make sure you get this one on your farm. Whether you have a layer farm, make sure this will be as a guide for you. If you don't have it, you can also use your handset. You can also use your handset. But preferably, I would prefer you go and look for this one. They are selling, it's plenty at the exhibition stand. The upper one is the temperature. The lower one is the humidity. So, for all birds, the humidity shall be between 50 and 60. This figure on your farm shall be between 50 and 60. Shall not pass 60. This is the humidity here. The temperature, you cannot control that one. So the combination of this temperature and this one shall not exceed 106.7 on your farm. Once it exceeded, there is heat stress on the farm. Are we getting it? Okay. Look at the birds. They are not like human beings. Normally the birds, if you look at the figure, normally in normal situation, the birds relieve heat 75% through air around them, 25% by respiration during normal condition. But when there is heat stress, once there is heat stress, the birds release heat 80% by respiration, 20% by air around them. Please, farmer, take note of that point. Take note of that point. During normal condition, the birds relieve heat 25% through respiration, 75% through air around them. But once there is heat stress, the bird can only relieve heat through panting. No other source again. 25% by air around them. And please come in. Let them come. Come. Let me stop. Come. You can have your sister. You're welcome. So now we are feeling heat. During heat stress, the bird relieve heat by panting, which is 80% through panting, 20% through convection, and radiation. So if on your farm, your house is not good, you will see mortality on your farm. Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? I don't want to leave this slide until you get it. In the southwest, we have high humidity. The high humidity heat loss by panting. That's why the problem is in the southwest now. That's why there is problem in the southwest. Like I said before, the birds during heat stress, the birds release heat through panting. And when the birds are panting, three things happen in the birds. One, they lose water and they lose panting. They lose water and they lose carbon dioxide. There is decrease in oxygen. So, but this panting, if there is high humidity, will not be able to pant. They will not be able to pant so that they can relieve the respiration. So that is why high humidity decrease heat loss by panting. And that's why on most farms, is there a layer farmer here? Layer farmer. Who has one layer farmer here? I need one. Need one layer farmer. It's going to be interaction. Interaction, please come. Okay. Interaction. Please come. Interaction. I want to demonstrate one issue here. Your farm is inside cage or depleted? Cage. Okay. During hot weather, what's the pattern of a mortality? Pattern of mortality.
I don't have mortality.
How many birds you have? You eat?
Like 1,000.
Okay. You don't have, during heat period, you don't have mortality? You don't experience?
Because I put some structures in place. I wait and do everything.
Oh, that's good. But that waiting will not work here, oh. Because if you wait, it increases humidity. It avoids production.
It's just the production that
You can see now, so you cannot wait in the southwest. Daddy, do you do layer? So what happened in the southwest? If I'm wrong, let me know. During heat period, in the morning, you see high mortality. Yes or no? In the afternoon, no mortality, Abi. In the evening, no mortality. But when you wake up again, you see mortality. What is killing the birds? Huh? So what's killing the birds is not temperature, but humidity. And those mortality occur between 3 and 4 a.m. All the mortality you get in the morning is happening between 3 and 4 a.m. Because what happened is that the humidity in the poultry pen start rising from 12 midnight. By 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 90% humidity. So when the temperature was 90%, the birds will not be able to pant and they die. So that is why I'm saying that high humidity decrease heat loss by panting. And look at the research here we have done. Look at the research we have done. We put some in different birds in a flock. At 21 degrees centigrade, 50% humidity. This one is air. This one is respiration. The birds are breathing. At 21 degrees centigrade, 50%, the birds can still breathe. At 25 degrees centigrade, 50% humidity, the birds can still breathe. At 30% humidity, 30% degree centigrade, 50% humidity, the birds still breathe. Continue, Abi. Can you hear me? I can continue. I can continue. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm not seeing you. Okay. Okay. Let me use here. Can you see the graph? Do you see the graph? Yes. So we did an experiment. At 21 degrees centigrade, we put some birds and 50% humidity. The bird can still breathe. At 25 degrees centigrade, 50% humidity, the bird can still breathe. But look at here. At 33 degrees centigrade, 50% humidity, the bird can still breathe. At 30 degrees centigrade, 100%, 90% humidity, the birds cannot breathe. So that's why those birds, they die around 3 or 4 a.m. Because when the humidity, it decreases panting by the birds. So the birds will not be able to breathe to relieve heat. And that's why the birds will just die off. And we also found an experiment. An increase of 20% relative humidity is like 5% increase in temperature. And that is why, my dear farmers, even during brooding, when you are brooding your birds, please, one house, when you are brooding, during brooding, don't look at only the temperature when you are doing brooding. Look at also the humidity in the pen. Because if you are looking at only the temperature, you have problem. A farmer in Agbo lost almost 40,000 birds because of that. Yes, they're all chicks. Because the people who are doing brooding, they are looking at the temperature, all the temperature, not knowing that the humidity in that pen was so high. And because there was too much of it in the pen. So please, I put here an increase of 20 degrees centigrade in relative humidity equals an increased temperature of 5 degrees centigrade. So take note of that one. Look at an experiment I've done last year. Last year, can we see it? Hello? Look at in Karshi. You can use your phone. Hello, one house. Please, one house. One house. Yes. Look at temperature and humidity. Karshi, Abuja, around 11 p.m. And then Ogidi Anambra State, around 11 p.m. By that time, the temperature in Abuja was 28. Average humidity 52. In Ogidi, the same temperature 28, humidity 87. So you find out that the farmer in Anambra, their birds are dying because of humidity. Whereas in Abuja, the birds, because humidity is very low. So people, our farmer in the southwest, when you are talking of heat stress, put your mind on humidity. And that's the message this afternoon. That's the only message I want to pass to you this afternoon. Put your mind on humidity. Anytime you want to manage heat stress in poultry business, put your mind on humidity. Humidity. That's the key message I want to pass out this afternoon. And look at here, humidity temperature index. Once the humidity gets 75 and temperature 30, heat stress will set in, and you have problem on the farm. And what are the behavioral response of poultry to heat stress? What are the signs the birds are seeing for heat stress? Number one, increase in panting. If I'm noticing panting, the birds are panting. Yes or no? They're opening their mouth. Then number two, they avoid overcrowding. They don't come close together in the pen again. Even inside cage, you say they're leaving each other. Then number three, they will not spread the wing. You see, they start lifting the wing so that the air can move around them. By convection, they will not lifting the wing. Then after that, reduce feed intake. They are no more eating again. You see, notice they're no more eating. Then the next thing, there's increased water intake. Yes or no? They will start taking more water. Then lethargy. Before you know it, you may see they will die. These are all the signs you will observe during heat stress. And I want someone to understand that once there is heat stress, there is change in blood flow in the birds. That's even more dangerous also. There is change of blood flow in the birds. That means the blood will start flowing. If you didn't do anything, the blood will start flowing from visceral organ to the surface. Because the blood wants to go and cool and come back again. The blood wants to go to the surface area to be cool and coming back. And that's why the birds cannot eat. No much blood there. And that's why if birds die of heat stress, even though they're doing broiler, if you are dressing it, you see darking. You see like red. Red. It means that more blood are flowing from the GIT to the visceral organ. And even though you have bad, if you have high mortality and you want to know that it's caused by heat stress, just remove the skin. You see darking. You see like blood. It means that it's heat stress that killed the bird, because more blood will flowing from the visceral organ to the surface. So I go and look for cool air and go back. So this is all the sign you will notice, especially abdominal muscles, 400%. You will see blood there. So divert blood from the internal organ to the skin, which darken the skin color. That's a sign of heat stress that you notice in poultry. Very clearly, you will not avoid it. You see it. So what are the invisible signs of it? What are the invisible signs of stress in poultry? The pH of the blood rises. The pH of the cell falls. The urine output increases, and so does the electrolytes. That means the birds they'll be having water diarrhea because they are taking too much of water, and because of that, you see the water diarrhea. And once the water diarrhea, you lose electrolytes. Then bicarbonate loss. And stress hormones appear in the blood, especially corticosteroid. You see too much in the blood, and that will stress the birds. Look at this side. Oh, I don't know how to. Please, can you play the video? It's a video. Look at it. You see? So once you notice your body doing like this, that means it's releasing more carbon dioxide out and water in the body. The moment, please, can you put again? Look at it. The moment you see a bird on a farm like this, you notice it. There's a danger on that farm. You see? Have you seen it? So the moment this layer remove it, So the moment you notice your birds are panting like this, know at the back of your mind, they are releasing more carbon dioxide out, more water, and once keep on doing like that, you see crack egg, you see shellless egg, you see small egg will start setting. Next slide. Next slide. No, okay. That hyperventilation, loss of carbon dioxide through respiration. After that one, number 2, high blood pH. Carbonic acid will come down. Then you see what is shellless egg or crack egg. Before you know it's let me give Lasota. It's not Lasota. It's not Lasota. No paracetamol Lasota. So it's because that panting. It's that panting that causes the problem. You notice you notice something like this. This is something you notice on the farm. Abi, do you see it? You see shellless? That's what you be seeing on your farm. Because of that panting, they are panting too much. As they are panting, they are releasing carbon dioxide and water. So that means there is no much carbonic acid. It's losing. It's reducing. That's it. Shell formation that we have this crisis. And before you know it, reduce production by 10-25% based on my experience. 10-25% reduce in production on that most farms. And egg weight and shell quality reduce. And then fertility in breeder reduce. The incidence of soft shellless and crack egg increase. Yes or no? Yes or no? Uh-huh. It's practical. For broiler farmer, those are having broiler, mortality, feed intake up to 30% reduction. Yes or no? That's what I've documented for years now. There's reduction in feed intake by 30%, and average daily gain reduced by 20 to 35 grams per day. Feed conversion ratio decrease, carcass decrease, and mortality will rise in broiler. Disease encounter during heat stress. We have Newcastle will start coming up. We have CRD, E. coli will start showing up. We have Ifsha coryza will start showing up. We have fowl cholera and longotrichitis will start showing up. Now, how do we manage heat stress in poultry? And that's the main topic for today. How do you now manage heat stress in poultry business? And from my practical point of view for years, we have only 4 methods I want to show you today. I want to share with you, farmer. 4. Please write it down. 4. Number 1, poultry house management. That's number 1. Poultry house management. Number 2, water management. Number 3, poultry feed management. No, I'm not going to talk much on that. I think animal care people will talk the management on that. Then we have general management on the farm. But like I said earlier, the bird relieve heat by 5 methods: the convection, the vasodilation, the radiation. But the main part during heat period is the evaporation cooling system. That's the first. The bird can relieve heat. I said this one later. So house management. Please, like my brother have said, orient your pen in east-west axis. Number 1, house management. Orient your house in east-west axis. Number 1. Number 2, remove any unneeded metal object around the pen. If you have broken vehicle, like wheelbarrow, near the pen, please remove them because it radiates heat into the pen. Remove them. And then remove manure in the pen during hot weather. Remove manures in the pen during hot weather. Manure is a source of heat, and its presence in the pen increases the pen temperature. So we advise farmers that during hot weather, those that use peat, always remove the manure frequently. If you leave the manure there, it generates heat and increase the heat in the temperature. Grow vegetation and grass around the pen to cool incoming air. Please look at that sentence. Please note. Grow vegetation and grass around the pens to cool incoming air is a silent point, but very important in poultry business. And reduce the heat reflection into the pen, in open pen. Adjust the number of birds in the cage to have ideal stock density. Overcrowding of birds in the cage increase the heat produced within each cage and limit air movement around the birds. Roof insulation. You insulate the roof so that it can reduce heat stress. Look at the pen in Oyo, please. Look at the example of a good poultry pen in Ibadan. Some farmer, they plant plantain. Plantain will not work. Plantain will not work. Plantain will block air flow in your pen. So as a poultry farmer, plant a tree like that and control the height. You see, it provides shade. Look at the grass down here. Look at the grass. If a green grass, so that if there is hot water coming in, hot air, the grass will cool it before it enter the pen. So you can make sure that you water in between the pen, you water the grass, trim it, let it not grow up. So that, and make it, look at this farm, it's clean, not bushy. Because it's too bushy, it's a place for rodent to grow. So you should not allow it to be too bushy. When temperature rises and humidity drop, use the cooling system. Especially if you are from the north, this one is for you. If you are a farmer from the north, this is for you. If the temperature is high and humidity too low, use fogger. Use fogger. But don't use fogger in the southwest. It will increase humidity. Please. Look at it. Please, can you play the video? Okay, so look at it. This one should install on the fan. Fogger. Look at fogger. You can see it. The fogger utilizes the mechanism of evaporative cooling to reduce heat stress and ensure drop in temperature. So once you are from the north, or if you know your farm area, there is no humidity, please install this fogger. This is the best way to reduce heat stress in poultry. Fogger, especially in the north. But in the area like this, don't use it. The bird will die the more because it will increase the humidity in the pen. The fogger injects fine water particles into the warm air inside. As the water evaporates, heat is absorbed from the air and lower its effective temperature. So that fogger reduces air temperature in the house on hot days. So on the hot days in the afternoon, the fogger reduces the temperature and the bird will stay comfortably. But in southwest, like our own now, farmer in the southwest, where temperature drop and humidity rise during the afternoon, use ventilation, use fan. Fan is the only solution. Fan on your farm, fan. That's the only solution. So humidity levels significantly impact chicken health and production. Excess moisture in the environment can lead to wet litter. It's like the broiler farmer now. The broiler farmer, when there's too much of some farmer, when they are raising broiler, you always keep on packing litter. It's because of wet, because of high humidity. There's too much of water in the surrounding. That's where you see there's too much of wet litter. So the best way is to create ventilation in the pen. When there's ventilation, you will not see wet litter. And look at that's the fan. This is our farmer. That's our farmer farm. You can see the fan. See the fan. You can see the fan. Look at that big farm. He now go and buy put ceiling fan. Just ceiling fan. That cannot create ventilation. So that's the only thing that can help farmers in the southwest. Ventilation. Put fan. Either you have rice farm, high rise can also help high rise. Why the thing is on top, open. But if you have like H-type cage, please use fan. If your farm has up to 4-tier cage, please use fan. If your farm has more than 3 rows, use fan. But if there are 2 rows, high rise, no problem. You can manage it. Are you getting me? But once you have more than 3 rows in a pen, more than 2 rows per pen, you must install fan to create ventilation. Water management. The normal ratio of water to feed one, we all know that, but get change 41 when temperature is above 27. The bird drink 4% more water for every 1 degree increase in temperature above 27. So let's take note that one as a farmer. The bird drink 4% more water for every 1 degree increase in temperature above 27 degrees centigrade. So let's take note of that one. So therefore, provide plenty of fresh, clean, cool drinking water during hot days or hot weathers. For floor rearing, provide additional drinkers can help accommodate the increase in water consumption. Flush water 2 to 3 times in hot weather till the chillness feel on the palm of your hand in the afternoon. I will show you the diagram. Please, can you play this video? Hello, play this video. You see? Your pipeline. You can see it. In the afternoon, you flush the water out 2-3 times a day. You flush the water out. Because if you don't flush it, the water will be too hot and the bird will not drink the water. The bird will not drink the water. So in the afternoon, flush the pipeline 2 to 3 times a day. You put your palm like this. When you feel the hot water, cool water is coming, you lock it back. You can see. So flush your water line for 2-3 times in hot weather, help the bird to drink and eat very well and maintain the production. So for most farmer, if you go to a farm, madam, one house, most farmer, I visit the farm, there's a problem. If your farm is the one that you join the water line, you join all the water line, you will not achieve this method. So please, I encourage all layer farmer in cage, make sure your water line has an outlet. Each pipeline has its own outlet for flushing. But you go to some farm, they join everything together. It's not good. Oh. So make sure you have outlet like this. Each pipe at the end, each outlet. So that in the afternoon, you flush the water 2-3 times in the afternoon. It helps heat stress. Look at here, for you to understand. This is a search work. This is a long pipe. In poultry business, most disease problem, it happens at the end of the pipeline. If you're a professional here, you know that. If you go to a farm and there's disease problem, you will see it at the end of the pipeline. The reason is that as the water is coming to the pipeline, let's assume it's 28 degrees centigrade here, before you get to the end of the pipeline, the temperature must have gone up. Because as the water is flowing in the pipeline, it's creating vacuum, it's creating pressure. It's creating pressure. And when there is pressure, temperature will increase in the pipeline. So when there's increased temperature in the pipeline, bacteria multiply. So that's why flushing of the water line in the afternoon is also very helpful to reduce heat stress, and at the same time, you are reducing bacterial infection on the farm. So that flushing also helps. But if you don't flush, this place is danger here. Because the water is moving here, as the water is flowing to the pipeline, it's creating pressure. By the time you get to the end of the pipeline, temperature will go up and be too hot for the birds. And bacteria will multiply here. So always flush your water line in the afternoon. Water treatment, you know, we all know that bacteria grow much more rapidly in the water line during hot weather. So always treat and clean your water line with hydrocare every time. Use your hydrocare and use interactive acid as a disperser to minimize microorganisms in the water and the growth, like the other guy have talked this afternoon in the feed. Protect your water tanks and water pipe from the sun. For day orchids, provide cool water and capable light on their arrival to the farm before offering feed to avoid dehydration after transportation. Cover overhead tank with GD bags or touch of the tank to avoid direct exposure to the sun. Water tanks are ideally placed inside the house or the pen. Look at that advice, farmer. Don't allow your water tank to be exposed with the sunshine. The place will be too hot. You cover the water like this. This is a touch. and you paint the tank white. White, hello, okay. The white material deflect light. Black material absorb light. So if you use black tank, it absorbs heat and increase the temperature of the water. So please always paint your tank white. It's ideal. And cover with touch. Look at even this one. Can you see the water tank? Look at touch. They cover the block. That's the ideal. But if you leave your tank outside, you are creating problem for your farm. Look at that one. This is a farm, a small farm. Can cover it like this with touch. If it's small farm, that farm has only 500 layers, 500 birds. And we told her to cover it, and she couldn't cover it. Before she was having heat stress in Kaduna, when I visited her farm, I said, Madam, why did you allow the tank to be? It's black tank and it's exposed. And she was having her mortality. The moment we advised her, she quickly called Malam, cover with touch like that, and that was the end of mortality on that farm. Or you can use jute bag, sow it, and be watering the jute bag. It will cool the water. That's what I advise farmer to do also. These are simple technology that you don't too much. It helps a lot in heat stress management. That's cover the tank. Poultry feed. Let's go to feed formulation. At the animal care talk about feed here. Most often, I can tell you, most of we farmers, we are getting it wrong when it comes to feeding. And if I ask a question here now, most of you feed more of your layer in the morning, Abi. It's wrong. It's wrong. Technically, it's wrong. You feed, ideally, you feed 40% in the morning, 60% in the evening. Ideally, that's standard. Huh? Sir? Huh? I say, feeding your birds, ideally, technically, you're supposed to feed 40% of the feed in the morning, 60% in the evening. Provided you are using Latin program. Provided you are using Latin program. Any problem? Most often, the birds are hungry in the morning. Yes or no? And will tend to fill up. Because they're hungry in the morning. And they will tend to fill up this crop. Get that one right. This will make them more prompt heat stress in the afternoon. Why? When we are talking of heat stress, it's the digestion of the feed, not the feed intake. It's the digestion of the feed. If a bird eats feed now, let me tell you, the feed will stay 15 minutes in the crop. Then, after 15 minutes, the bird, after it will now move to proventriculus and gizzard. It is stay there for 70 minutes. How many hours is that? 50 plus 70. How many? You see? Then from there, it moves to jejunum. And it stays for 5 to 8 minutes there. Then from the jejunum, they move to ileum. And it stays there for more than 2 hours. There were proper digestion is taking place. So if your bird eat feed by 8, technically, the digestion will take place by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. And now it coincides with the heat stress. So there will be internal generated heat in the birds. Before you know it, the bird comes down with heat stress. Are you getting the logic now? Are you getting the logic now? So that one is not good to. And sometimes, if you look at it, the egg we are eating, hello farmer, the egg we are eating, it takes only 4 hours to form. This egg we are eating, it takes only 4 hours to form. Let me repeat myself. The yolk and the albumin takes only 4 hours to form. It's the shell formation that takes 20 hours. That means it takes 24 to 26 hours for egg to form. But ideally, the egg takes only 4 hours to form. So, and that shell you are seeing, that shell you are seeing, the birds is only 70% come from the feed on that very day. So the remaining 30% is coming from the bone marrow. Are you getting the logic now? The shell you are seeing that forming the egg, only 70% is derived from the feed on that day. 30% is from medulla bone, and that 30% is drawn out in the night. And if you give more feed in the afternoon, in the morning, most of the shell, the bird will shit it out. They will shit it out by before 2 o'clock. That way, technically, you give more feed in the evening, so the bird will have enough shell in the evening for them to drive to get the shell to form the egg. And that's why, go and mark it. Go to your layer from this evening. By 5 or 6 o'clock, whether they feed or no feed the feeder, the bird will be looking for feed. Yes or no? They are not looking for feed. They are looking for shell, for formation, calcium. So that way, giving feed more in the morning is wrong. 40% in the morning for those that know poultry business. 40% in the morning, 60% in the evening, provided you are giving lighting program. No, follow that method you are doing. Aha. So withdrawing the bird, withdrawing feed from the but withdrawing feed for 4 hours before peak one temperature can lower the risk of heat stress. So you cannot reduce the feed after temperature have started to decline, but then feed during night hours where we expect cooler temperature to occur. Feed shall be formulated, for those that are formulating their own formula. If you are milling your own feed, it's an advantage. Feed shall be formulated as per the consumption. In normal condition, feed intake in layer is around 105 grams. Yes or no? Okay. In hot weather, it may be 900. It drop. So the feed formulation shall be in such nutrition in 900 grams, as same as that of 50 grams. So when you are formulating your feed formulation, the nutrition in that 150 grams during normal hours shall be the same formulation in 90 grams or 100 grams the birds consume during hot hours, hot days. So that's what I will try to say on that one. And 2D formulation, you are looking at only the energy and protein adjustment. I'm not a nutrition, but from my experience, if you want to adjust for formulation, it is based on the energy and protein adjustment to maintain caloric intake despite reduction in feed consumption, and then to reduce heat increment. And let's look at the raw material. All of us, there are only 3. You have the fat, you have the carbohydrate, you have the protein. That's the normal raw material. And if you look at fat, from our research, fat can only increase 7 times, 7% heat increment in poultry. Fat. That's the oil, like palm oil, like soya oil, like fish oil, can only increase 5 to 7 times heat increment. Preferably energy sources in heat stress diet. The carbohydrate like corn, millets, they can increase heat 10-12% during heat period. Then the protein is even the worst. Protein is even the worst. It increases heat production by 20-30%, especially animal protein. Avoid animal protein during heat period, preferably plant protein. And we now advise that increase your dietary energy density using lipids like vegetable oil, fish oil, palm oil in a formulation. And then also reduce cooked protein by 1-2% in formulation during heat period. Reduce your crude protein by 1-2% to lower metabolic heat production in the birds. And also supplement vegetable essential amino acid. We have them in the market, plenty. You can supplement with amino acid. People are even selling them in powder and in liquid. You can supplement it. So when you're formulating a formula, reduce the crop protein reduce the soya because they increase heat very high. You can supplement it now with essential amino acid like methionine, lysine, threonine. They are available in the market. Or occasionally, okay, look at the heat. I want you to understand that the feed, the energy in the feed is the same thing like the fuel in the car. The fuel. In a way, chicken is not really different from an automobile engine. The other way you see your car, our car is, it's the same energy of the car, of the feed is. The other way you see the engine of your car. That's how the poultry is. We put fuel in the car to go somewhere. Yes or no? The car uses 25% of the fuel to move. The car uses 25% of the energy of the fuel to move. The remaining 75% is born in the form of heat. That's why you see the exhaust is hot, engine is hot, you have radiator. In the same way, the bird, the energy also, they use it. Only 35% they use it. The rest they burn in the form of heat. So if you don't care in the afternoon, you'll be giving energy, you have heat stress in your car, especially in broiler. And you can see like broiler, even though you have broiler, how does broiler use this feed energy? For those that use this broiler, roughly 35 to 45% of the energy is used to power the basic function of the life of the broiler. That is grow, move around, breathe, pump blood, maintain body temperature. The rest of the energy in the feed, they use it as heat. So if you are using broiler, if you are raising broiler with this heat period and there is no ventilation, you run into problem. So then with proper ventilation, you have to have radiator, like you have radiator in the car. The radiator, the function of the radiator is to cool the engine. So the only radiator in a broiler house is ventilation. That's the ventilation. How does they now burn it? They are burning. If you go to broiler house, it's fire. It's fire that's burning inside the broiler house, but you will not see it. But there is fire there. So you have to create ventilation there. And for the broiler farmer, do you have broiler farmer here? Do you have broiler farmer? Yes, sir. Okay, during this period, this instruction, what we call feed withdrawal in hot noon hours. Feed withdrawal in hot noon hours. It helps a lot for broiler farmer. We have done that for different parts of around Nigeria. It's working. Feed withdrawal depends on the climate of the given day and age of the birds. Please get that my point. Get that point very right. The feed withdrawal depends on the climate of the given day and the age of the birds. So that you don't go and misquote me. Because feed withdrawal shall start at 12 days of age in weather. 12 days of age in broiler and continue till cooling or lifting. The objective of this feed withdrawal is to reduce metabolic heat production during the hot period of the day to minimize heat stress, panting, and possible heat stroke. Fresh and cool drinking water must be available 24 hours, including the feed withdrawal period. And vitamin C and electrolytes shall be added to drinking water or feed withdrawal period to minimize dehydration and immunosuppression. Administer vitamin trace oral today. Number 1, day 12 to day 14, 2 hours withdrawal period. I'm giving you a program now. 12 hours withdrawal period. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., no feed. Then day 15, day 17, 3 hours withdrawal period. From 12 noon to 3 p.m., no feed. Then day 18 to day 22, 4 hours. As they are growing, you are increasing the days. As the birds are growing, you are increasing the days of withdrawing period. Day 21, day 25, day 23, 5 hours. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., no feed in broiler. You feed in the night. Then from 24 to 26 days, 6 hours. From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., no feed for broiler. You feed in the night. No feed. Then 27 onwards, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., no feed for broiler. No feed. But please, take note. Feeders must be lifted or taken away to avoid unnecessary jumping. The feeders, you have to lift them up to avoid unnecessary jumping and fattening by hungry bird, broilers. And if climate is comfortable in any given day in between this period, feed withdrawal must be stopped. Can you get that one? Are we following it? Okay, thank you. For layers, I've done for broilers. For those that have been layer, feed withdrawal from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. No feed for layers. Madam, are you here? During heat period, from feed withdrawal from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. no feed. This is very effective in reducing heat stress mortality. Feeding intake at the junction produces nearly 7% additional heat in the body, of which is around 47 hours after feeding intake. I have explained that one. And this usually coincides with the hottest part of the day. But please, when you are doing withdrawal period, if biosecurity is poor, you have problem. If biosecurity is poor, you have problem. So feed withdrawal may lead to coccidiosis or nicotinic enteritis. So make sure you have superb biosecurity on your farm. Look at the feed intake. For the feed, for layers, feed 1/3 of feed from 6 to 10. Then 2/3 of feed in the evening. That's the formula we are giving for you today. Feeding time during hot weather. Give feed 1/3 of the feed it between this time. Then from 4 p.m. downwards, you feed the rest. Avoid feeding in the afternoon. During hot period, during hot period. Please, that's the formula you shall use in the hot period. Like I say, okay, you want to get that one? You want to get this one? You want to snap it? Okay. Reduce the use of cereal grain as a major source of energy. I've said that one before. Replace 10 to 50% calorie of the carbohydrate by the addition of 1 to 2% of oil, as heat increment value is less and give better cooling effect in the body of the birds. Fats and oil are also responsible for better absorption of nutrients. If you are using fat and oil, they are also better for absorption of nutrients, increase the weight of the egg and production, and lower heat increment, which allowed lower level of heat stress in the birds. And the other is soya. I prefer to use soya. Soya oil is the best for me. Don't use PK oil. Don't use PK oil. PK oil can go rancid and affect the birds. So I prefer use soya oil, because soya oil has 2 to 2.25 times more energy than maize. And soya oil free space in formulation allow for increase in nutrient density. Soya oil has less heat increment than maize. Therefore, less heat production in hot weather. And down rate of feed passage, it slows down the feed passage in the GI of the birds that can allow proper feed absorption. And soya oil also improves palatability in the birds. And soya oil contains linoleic acid, resulting in larger egg. It is the linoleic acid that increases size of egg and is higher in soya oil, but not body temperature increase in birds during lactin deficiency. That's why if you are formulating formula, please don't use GNC. That's why I brought this topic, this red, yellow color. Don't use GNC. GNC is poor in lactin. GNC is poor in lactin. So if you are using GNC, you may have lactin deficiency. Lactin deficiency, you have issue of stress unless you supplement it. And this is the amino acid we are talking about. Amino grow. You can supplement the birds with the amino acid. This is a pure amino acid. It's not vitamin. It's a pure amino acid. You can available. It's at our stand. You can buy it. It's good. During this heat wave, you can give to your bird. And look at the diagram. You start giving feed by 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Bring your light. But start feeding during hot weather. Start your feeding by 4 a.m. So let me repeat myself so I will understand that one. During stress, you have fatty liver hemorrhagic syndrome. You have mortality with little drop in production. You have high mortality, but your production is still okay. Then you have another one, drop in production. The bird becomes so heavy, but no mortality. It means that the liver and the kidney is affected because of that heat. So you have to know this one during heat stress. And that's why sometimes the liver is the key organ in the poultry. That's the key organ. So maintain your hen's capital. That's the capital. High productivity. So here we advise that there are so many products in the market, liver tonic, and here we advise that you shall use other leaf. Other leaf is from ADAMORE. You can use to maintain the liver during heat stress, to maintain the liver. Especially in broiler. So I advise you use other leaf oral for the birds to maintain for a long productive cycle. Then we have V-soap. For toxic, somebody talk about toxic binder, mycotoxin here. So we can use this one. We also have from ADAMORE. But this one is a different mycotoxin. Because mycotoxin now is like chameleon. Like you see, like dropping, is it E. coli? Is it Newcastle? Is it salmonellosis? It's coming in different form. So this V-soap is 5 in 1. It's 5 in 1. It has a clay. It has liver tonic. It has elemental copper. It has acidifier inside. It has moss. 5 in 1. And this one mainly liver tonic. For those that milk the feed, you can use it in the feed throughout. Hypotovine. If you don't want the liver tonic, we have a hypotovine. You can use it in the feed throughout. 250 grams per ton. Just 250 grams per ton. Then we are also a distributor for Kemen. Kemen is from USA company, but the factory based in Egypt. Everybody knows MIVAC. It's MIVAC vaccine. We are the main distributor in Nigeria. So we have all the range of the vaccine is available. You can contact us at our stand. We are able to tell you more about it. We have the 3-in-1. We have the Gomboro. We have the ND plus IB. They are all available to our distributor. So my dear farmer, poultry is not a rocket science. Yes or no? Yes. Let's pay attention to detail. Make notes, keep record, collect information. The birds, like I used to say, the birds talk to us. And the birds, they speak same language all over the world. They speak Hausa, they speak Igbo, they speak French, they speak your languages. So please, let's listen to them. And most of the time, God give us 5 senses. 5 senses. And I used to like to talk on that. 5 senses. You have the eye to see. You have the ear. You have the nose. You have the hand. You have the mouth. Do we use it in the poultry farm? So you find out that most of the owner of the farm in Nigeria, not the foreigners that are coming, we have a Scotian MD. We have a Scotian MD. We have a Scotian manager. We have a Scotian supervisor. We have a Scotian attendant. Most of the owner of the farm, if they go to farm, like what we are developing at ADAMORE now, we are trying to tell the farmers that, please, anytime the MD, once you go to your farm, don't talk to your worker, greet them. The moment you are entering pain with your staff, you can never make use of the senses you are having, the 5 senses. So you have to move along. As you go around, notice lapses. Don't look for good tea. Always look for abnormalities in the pen and the birds. Then now come and call your manager. What's the problem? As the manager on the farm also, we advise you that don't rush going around the farm. As you enter the pen, look from flock to chicken. Let each bird see you per cell. 50 birds per cell must see them as you go around. And with that, we're able to enhance our poultry production in Nigeria the way we want to be. So thank you all for listening. I remain yours, Dr. WAGETI from ADAMORE, Nigeria Limited. Thank you for listening.
We can do better. We can do better. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Abraham Adesanya from DKNY Farm. Actually, the question I want to ask is, doctor encourage us to be using amino acid supplements. Yeah. If possible, if you can get the powder one in the feed. So my question now is, using amino supplement in the feed whereby we are using, no, we have some ones that are powdery that we can add to food. Now using acidifier and probiotics, won't they have any interaction effects?
Oh, that's a good question. Please, what my brother asked a question that I said that during heat stress, you need to reduce the good protein and supplement with amino acid. But my brother asked, how about if you use acidifier in the feed? Will not help affect it? No. The acidifier will also enhance the absorption of even the supplemental amino acid. Because if you look at it, the amino acid, the absorption of the digestion and absorption of amino acid take place at lower pH. So if you now use an acidifier and the pH of the body go down, it will even help protein digestion. And that's why you are even using acidifier. Using acidifier is not only for bacteria. Using acidifier also help you for protein digestion. Because protein digestion takes place the crop at the preventiculus. So that will also help it. So there is no problem with that. It also help it. Yes.
Good afternoon, farmers. Olushayo is my name. My question is, please, how often should the adder leaf be used during its period?
Adder leaf?
How often?
Okay. My brother, first of all, if you want to, we have liver tonic of two types. We have the adder leaf, which is oral. We have hypotavine, which is in the feed. So if you are using the hypotavine continuously, because it's feed grade, but if you are using the adder leaf, we advise use for 5 days every 2 weeks. During which period? During what weather? Thank you. But if there's any issue around that period, maybe the liver is compromised, you see fat, you can use other leaf to break the fat down and to maintain the liver also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
This we are at the same time, we are facilitated at Animal Care. I don't know which question is asking me.
Okay, actually, I've asked this question before because it's something that is somehow controversial.
Okay.
I've talked about it somewhere and someone came out and say, okay, no, that is not right. And it's not just about the contribution of fat in the feed to prolapse in birds. Okay. The person was trying to say that no, the energy can be as high as anything. It doesn't really relate to prolapse. So I want Professor WAGETI to shine more light on that.
Okay.
So that they will hear it from higher authority.
Well, we are both of us are lecturers at Animal Care. He's very good in diagnostic. See, let me say it. When you come to prolapse, hello? When you come to prolapse, number one is body weight. Number one factor for prolapse is body weight. Once the body not attain the body weight, it will lift prolapse. And 80% of prolapse in poultry is between 48 weeks. 48 weeks. All the products are having on the farm, it happened between 48 weeks. And if they can give me 2 minutes, I can. Let me tell you, my farmer, when they are raising layers, I've been talking to all those that attend my training. Your layer, by the time they are 12 weeks, they are already mature for laying, if you don't know it today. When they are 12 weeks, they have attained 1 kg, they have attended 95% adult structure, 75% ready for laying. So by 5 weeks, the body, the adult, the bird have developed 50% the bone. So if by 5 weeks the bird not develop the bone at 5 weeks, they will not lay big egg. So make sure that you have the body weight. You can come to our stand. You can give the guideline for the body weight. We have flyer there. You can get it. So that when you from bumper to bumper, you will not prolapse. So body weight related to body weight, number one. Then as you ask question, the moment you are about past 12 weeks and they don't have the 1 kg, they are prone to have fat. And if you are not giving them high energy at that time, take it or leave it, the body will have prolapse. Take it or leave it. So you are right. So because after 12 weeks, that's why sometimes by 7 weeks, the bird growing is coming down. It's coming down. That's why you are bringing grow mash with less fiber. Okay, with less fiber, so that they cannot put fat. So now if you are giving high energy at that time, they will have high fat. And so my dear brother, using high energy at that level will increase prolapse. But you know, every farmer, every layer specification, there's energy requirement. There's energy requirement. Once you go above down, it's a problem. And if you have the energy requirement, and maybe the energy requirement may be 2005, and the base is on 50% production, and you are giving 150 grams, the base will have fat. They will develop fat because that calculation is meant to lay egg, and the base not laying egg. So where would the X nutrient go to? It goes to fat formation. Fat formation. So I agree. Too much of energy too much of fat or in the birth can prompt them to prolapse. But there is specification for different birds. Make sure you stay with that specification of the energy of the bird and stay comfortable. That's what I'm saying. So thank you all for listening.
Please, let's put our hands together for you one more time. Thank you so much, Dr. James Baba WAGETI.